Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Steve,
I'm Travis.
and welcome to another episode of The Last Podcast You'd Want. How we doing, Travis?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well, Steven. How about yourself?
I can't complain. Beautiful day, having fun. Let's
Yeah, we
jump.
got some crazy almost spring weather here in the Midwest this week. I
It
can't
was
complain one
it
bit.
it was raining this morning.
Ah,
Let's go ahead and jump into some IMDb birthdays, and then we can get into some other things before getting into the movies that we've seen.
sure.
Maybe a new segment. My gosh, who knows? It's gonna be a fun episode.
Possibilities abound.
Possibilities everywhere. Sarah, having a birthday today. We're gonna start with Catherine Isabel. Catherine Isabel. She was in Ginger Snap. She was in all the Ginger Snap movies. She was in Freddy versus Jason. She
Steven,
was.
you say that as if the Ginger Snap movies are well known in the social zeitgeist.
I mean,
And as far as I know,
I'd say that.
never heard of
All right,
them.
you,
Am I
you've
making
seen
myself look
you,
stupid right now? God
you,
damn it.
you seen Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah, actually,
She's
I
the
have.
girl. She's the girl that takes a shower and then her boyfriend gets snapped in half. That's Catherine Isabel.
Okay. I mean, that's a quintessential part of either a Freddy or a Jason movie, so good for her. I don't know. 51.
Oh, you were so close. You almost said 40. You were gonna say. Were you gonna say 41?
Totally.
Because that's how old she's turning.
I was trying to
41.
think of when that movie fucking came
Celebrating
out.
a birthday today, Mr. David Schwimmer.
Ah, yes, Ross Geller. Hmm. Boy. He's got to be. Now, see, I feel like 51 might be a good guess for him, too. Or maybe even 52. I don't know. I'll go with 52.
You're going to go with 52 today. Ross is turning 56.
Oh, okay. All right. Looks good for his age. Appreciate it. Respect to you, Mr.
Here,
Hollywood.
I'm going to go ahead and pull up the movie he's in because I can give you his name, but you're not going to know who he is until I tell you what he's in. His name is Whit Kurtford, and you're going to know him as the little boy in Jurassic Park that makes a comment about it looking like a giant turkey. He was also in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Warriors.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No. No, I don't. Not as much of a
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park file as you are. I mean, I've
Do you
seen
know
it.
Jurassic Park?
Not as well as I
You've
need
seen
to
it.
for this. Yeah, of
You've
course.
seen it. He's
Multiple
the
times.
little kid. He's the little kid that Alan Grant threatens with a Velociraptor claw.
Oh, at the very beginning before they even get to
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
slices
That
that
little kid. That
spear.
now I can
Hey,
see him.
here.
He's a
The
little
point
chubby
is,
little kid.
you're
Dark.
alive when he starts eating you. So
Oh
how about you
fuck.
show
Yeah, yeah,
some stuff?
yeah. Oh boy. Hmm. He's got to be
I'll tell
like
you.
43 by now.
Oh, so close, 44.
God damn it. Ah, I was like, man, he's got to be.
You, oh man, you were so close. This actress looks familiar because I don't
Okay.
actually look at this stuff beforehand. And if I don't recognize the top four, I just skip right on by I did. Here we go. Celebrating a birthday today, Mr. Danny Cooksey. You're going to know him as Budnick on Salute Your Shorts. He's also Robert, what's his name's friend? He's the redhead kid from Terminator 2 Judgment Day that doesn't rat out his friend to the police.
Oh yeah, good friend. Salute Your Shorts, Terminator 2. I gotta say, he's probably around that same age as that last kid. Although maybe a little younger. Maybe he is. Or maybe, goddamn, 44? 43. I'll go 43. Final
47.
answer. 47. Fuck, older.
47.
Got me.
47. And I'm going to say that's going to conclude birthdays today because I don't think you're going to really know anybody else that be celebrating a birthday. Warren Stevens would have been celebrating a birthday today. Ray Winston would have been, or Walton would have been
Rip.
celebrating a birthday today. Burt Lancaster would have been celebrating a birthday today. Top 6 in the box office, Travis.
Ooh,
Coming
yes,
in
hit
at
me.
coming in at number 6. with 2.7 million. I'm sad to see it at number 6. I would have liked it seen it a little bit higher. Till.
I feel like
Very,
I
very.
understand your sentiment, but I do understand why people do have the overwhelming desire to go see that, because it is a horrendous true story that
True story.
didn't even happen as long ago as you would think,
As you
which is
think,
even more fucked up.
Jinx.
So,
Coming in at number 5 with 4.1 million. Unfortunately, the horrible movie called Halloween Ends.
yeah, I can't even get myself to check it out after how bad Halloween Kills was, dude. It was.
coming coming in at number 4 with 5.4 million. The absolutely terrifying that I will be talking about later. Smile.
Ooh, cool. I look forward to hearing about that.
Unfortunately, beating it in number 3 with 7.2 million is Pray for the Devil. I got tired of seeing that trailer. Number 2 in the box office with 9.9 million, Ticket to Paradise.
You got to think the Halloween weekend definitely boosted the
The
Pray
scary
for
movies.
the Devil
I
kind of.
I saw Smile on Halloween. I saw it on Monday, but we will get into that later. And coming in at number 1 in the box office with 27 million, what do you think it is?
I would say it's Black Adam
It
after it
is. It is Black
is
Adam.
pretty much the only big film out right now. We're kind of in that little doldrum right now. We were waiting for some shit to
Some
start
good ones.
popping off in the theaters.
That's right. And I'm trying to find the. There we go. Coming out. Perfection. Travis, what is going on? How you been? How you doing?
Great, I did mention the good weather here. I've been going on a lot of walks with my dogs, just taking my time and enjoying the seasons and looking at the beautiful fall color changes and the leaves falling and all that good stuff. And I've actually gotten on a I do this often in my life, and not often enough. I get on kicks with my guitar where I actually, practice so that maybe I once might become better. So I've been doing that pretty steadily the last couple weeks. So always feels good to be doing something creative and trying to better myself or just add a different skill set. So
That's great. Maybe later you won't play us anything.
I
Uh,
definitely won't, because I am still not good, but we're trending the right direction.
hey, that's the best. Every day practice makes perfect. And I mean, even people that are masters still have something to learn.
Yeah, I just want to get good enough to jam with my buddy who is really good, and so I'm already kind of there. I just want to be more consistent so I can bring more to the table with him.
Excellent. Well, have you seen today is Wednesday, the 3rd or the
Hmm.
2nd? Sorry, because that's not going to line up right. Today's the 2nd.
Yes.
Have you seen the new episode of Mighty Ducks at all?
No, I will be watching it tonight when
Have
Weston
you
comes over after work.
have you seen last week's episode?
Yes,
So
of
your
course.
thoughts on how the season is going, where they're going?
I'm enjoying it so far. I really like the kind of dynamic between this new coach, and I wanted to say it was Timothy Oliphant,
It's
but
Josh Duhamel.
I always mix them up. It ain't. Yeah, I was like, that's wrong. Fuck. And obviously, Lorelai Gilmore, they've got a real good thing going there. I like that dynamic. I've been enjoying uh, the kind of new path for our main character and his kind of falling out with his love interest and just focusing on the hockey. And then she's kind of identifying with this other kid who's just, understands the pressure from the parents. So all those storylines thought were pretty interesting. And oh man, I wish I could have gone to a camp like this for any sport or any activity that I was involved in as a kid, because this shit looks like, I mean,
Intense.
yeah, I mean, the tracking and all that maybe would might have broken me because I ended up being a head case when it came down to it. But just living
My
in
my
dorms
only
and
and just having fun. My only
yeah,
complaint so far, I realized we're on like episode 5. I realized on like
yes,
episode 3, they did not bring back the D&D girl nor the Canadian neighbor, in which they legitimately just brought in 2 new kids, a boy and a girl, to essentially replace them when you could have just brought back all the characters. But in reality, when you look at Mighty Ducks to Mighty Ducks 2, there
yes,
were
exactly.
characters that were in the original movie that they didn't bring back. So it
Quality
follows the
characters
same.
like the kid from
All
Heavyweights
those
got dropped. It wasn't because he wasn't a good actor. They're definitely trying to tell a story, and certainly they could only bring so many ducks to the USA team without these other ringers. But
well,
this one, yeah, the
you had
rich
to.
kid, the rich kid doesn't go to the hockey camp. The one that's got all the gear, he's the one that's missing. That's the like what? He could have had his
Um,
whole other plot line where like
but
maybe he and the
I'm very excited. Travis, have you still not read IMDb facts on the show?
no.
Okay, then I still won't spoil it for you. So I went to the movies. See, now you're intrigued. You want to know?
No, but I don't want to be spoiled though. The season's
I
not even
I
that long.
I rented a movie. I'm disappointed in the movie I rented. We'll go ahead and start with that one. I went and rented Bodies, Bodies, Bodies,
Oh, okay. I was like, what is he talking about?
which I could only describe as boring, boring, boring. It's very
Ba-doom-tsh.
slow. It's very slow paced. The kills are decent at best, and I don't. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend watching it. I didn't find it interesting, fun. There were
I
a few good jokes. Pete Davidson was funny in it because he's funny in everything he does.
Yeah, but I'm almost becoming allergic to him, is what I was about to say, because I'm getting so like, is he the only guy to like get hired for shit right now? Like,
I I
the
really
fuck
don't
is
know what
going on
else.
with these roles? I mean, he's got a good energy. I get it, but he's turning
I
into
really
Lil
don't.
Wayne in '09.
I really don't know what else he's done. The other thing I've really ever seen him on, besides Saturday Night Live, is the Comedy Central roasts.
He did this King of Staten Island with Judd Apatow recently. That was pretty big, and then
Sorry, that was
Hulu
a couple
original
years.
movie, something
That was a
adolescence.
couple years ago.
Oh
King
man,
of
time
Staten
means
Island.
nothing to me.
That was a
Time
couple
means
years
nothing. Okay.
ago.
Maybe it's
I
this fucking
saw.
Taco Bell commercial.
I don't remember if I mentioned this on a previous episode, but I saw Mr. Hannigan's Phone, which has one of the kids from It, Donald Sutherland. It's based off of a Stephen King um, story. It's on Netflix.
It's new?
Uh, yeah, it got released within the last month or two. I would
Okay.
check it out. On the 30th, Halloween, on All Hallows Eve, I went and saw Dawn of the Dead in 3D, the original 1970 Romero class 70 something is what I meant to say.
That was
Romero
in
classic. Yeah,
3D?
yeah, yeah. In 3D. It was out for like 3-4 days. Went and I had a free pass from Regal Crown Club. So I got myself a free ticket to the movie.
Uh,
Answer question.
yeah, I
Question.
have questions. A couple
Yeah.
of them. Was
Yeah.
it
What's up?
originally in 3D?
Don't know.
Did they give? I mean, was it like red and blue glasses or the new kind of real D
New
3D?
new 3D glasses. Very well done. Very well
Interesting.
done
Can
on
you?
the
I
3D.
mean, if it.
Very well done on
Okay,
the
I'll
3D.
look into that more. We'll talk about that more after that. I'm like, can you just
Uh,
3D any old movie?
I absolutely. You have to go through and have computer programmers, and I only know this because I knew a dude that actually like made Jurassic Park 3D. He
Oh,
made
really?
a couple other movies 3D because that was the job that he did when he worked for like Marvel or some shit. He did a couple of the Marvel movies. He actually told me about Thanos before Thanos even debuted in the post-credit scene.
Jurassic Park 3D. That's pretty next level. That could be on the Avatar kind of like that. I feel like could work. That could
I
be really freaky. T-Rex in your face.
I saw Jurassic Park in classic Lucasfilm THX when THX was like
Hmm.
crystal clear. Like the scene when they're in the car sideways in the tree, you could hear the water behind us dropping. Like amazing.
That is
And
spectacular.
then so with that, I actually did have trailers
Oh,
before
okay.
Dawn of the Dead.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
For new
Five
stuff?
trailers. Five trailers, all new trailers.
Okay.
Got a trailer for this movie called Plane, which is Gerard Butler, and I believe the gentleman that played Luke Cage. And a plane crashes, and all of the people are taken hostage. And one of them is a convict. Gerard Butler flies the plane, and they have to trust each other to go save the people. It looks like good action flick. Gerard Butler's been getting a lot of that since he did the Olympus Has Fallen, all of those
Yes.
have fallen.
It's good that he's
Um,
still working after he had that whole rom-com
I have to say,
spree.
Travis, I uh, I heard that they were remaking House Party, and I didn't know exactly how I would feel about it.
I did
And
hear that as well.
I saw the trailer for House Party. This movie looks fucking hilarious.
Okay, that's good. That's positive.
Uh,
I like
I
that.
I'm very it looks very good. I'm very excited with everything that they're going to bring with the whole cast. Saw a trailer for a movie called Bones and All, which looks to be a movie about people that are cannibalistic by nature. They just have the natural desire
Hmm.
to eat people. It's very it. I'm probably going to go see this one in the theater. I might try and bring the wife if she's interested in it. But I thought it was a very intriguing one.
That makes me
Um,
think of Snatch when Bricktop's talking about all the pigs' bones and all. Doesn't he say that about feeding people to pigs?
that's right. That's right. That's right. You have to have four to five big pigs. That's right.
If you know a man
You're
that has more than
you're
four or
you're a
five pigs,
cunning
you should
little
fear
you're
that
a,
man.
you're a cunning little runt.
That sounds
But
kind of cool.
I haven't got time for dogs. A movie called The Menu, which is Ray Fiennes.
Mm-hmm. I have
Uh,
seen
I, I
previews for
I
that.
believe it's Ray Fiennes. Yeah, and a bunch of celebrities where people are being hunted. And I saw my first time trailer for the movie Megan, which looks actually very fucking creepy. It's about a
Megan?
woman, Megan. It's about a woman that creates an AI like doll. Um, and yeah, she made and that like that's what she does. She makes a doll essentially,
Interesting.
and it starts killing people. It's a horror film. So it's going to be very, I think it looks great. Dawn of the Dead was
Can't
great.
play
It's my favorite.
God. You cannot play God. It will come back to bite you in one way or another.
Dawn of the Dead was great. It's my favorite zombie flick. So I was happy to see it in the theater on the big screen.
Somewhere.
Um, and then on Halloween, I went and saw Smile. I would love to talk about it, but Travis, before I do, have you seen any movies in the theaters? Have you seen anything new?
Nah, not since I went and saw Black Adam. There's nothing that's really enticed me too much. I've just been kind of doing the spooky season for the last week, watching all my old favorite anything Halloween or spooky
Okay,
related, some fun, Ghostbusters and some Disney under wraps and stuff like that. It's not really scary, but it's spooky season and uh,
sure.
both Carrie and the new Carrie. So just kind of hitting all the classics. Weston had never seen any of the Treehouse of Horrors because she's not a huge Simpsons fan. So I kind of went through. We didn't get to watch all of them, but we went through about.
Those are those are some good ones. As long as you get the good ones from the '90s, like you're set.
Yes, exactly. Was like, okay, episode. I went like from the fourth season to like the 10th season.
There you
So
go.
we
Those
hit
are
the
some
real
solid
heyday.
ones.
Yeah.
You got the knocking. You got the Raven with Bart as the Raven, right?
And the one where they do
Cool.
The Shining, and then have like
The
the
Shinning.
Nightmare Cafe.
You
Oh
want
yeah,
it too?
he's got the shin.
Do you want to get seed? The
Ah,
Shinning.
fucking groundskeeper Willie. I'm not very good at this. He just keeps
Um.
in the next two clips. He gets axe in the back. It's I don't know. Good
Well,
shit.
those are some great ones, man. I got some great trailers, and by great I mean I've already seen them, but I'm looking forward to them. I also saw a new trailer. I
Hmm.
saw the first official trailer for a Knives Out presents Glass Onion.
Oh yes, yes. No, I've seen the trailer for that.
I first time I've seen it on the big screen. I love it. I can't wait for it. I think Kate Hudson is the one that's going to get murdered. Um, I saw another trailer for Plane.
Hmm.
Got a
Hmm.
the next three are ones that we've all talked about, but I'm excited for all of them. We had M Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. We have Brad
Ooh.
Pitt's Babylon and Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves.
Yeah, any of those they'll all have loads of potential coming out. It's gonna be a good fall for the theaters, I think, and I'm hoping that we see that with the box office numbers. Cause
Well, Travis, coming out this week, Thursday, technically Friday, we're going to
Mhm.
have Armageddon Time, Anne Hathaway, Jeremy Strong. I believe Robert De Niro. Great cast. Looks like a great dramatic piece. A Magical Christmas Village. No idea what that's about. It's a comedy romance. And
Hmm.
Missing, which is a crime drama mystery. That looks like to be a Japanese one because you have Hiro Sato, you have Ayo Ito, you have Hiroya Shizumi or
Hmm.
Shimizu, and Mitsota Morita.
Yeah, there are
Uh,
two films I'm looking forward to this week, actually.
oh yeah, and what is that?
One of them I think is going to be hopefully really funny is something called The Estate, about two sisters that go to visit a rich dying aunt and attempts to kind of get on her good side before she passes so they can
Okay.
get some inheritance. And they show up, and they are not the only family members who have had this idea. Anna Faris and Toni Collette are the sisters, I think,
Oh
and
my
it's
God,
got
that's
like
amazing.
Ron Livingston and oh fuck, who else is
Oh
in
no,
it?
that's for you. You got me at Tony Collette and Anna Faris.
Yeah, no,
Um,
exactly. They're a powerhouse duo.
but
Um,
Travis, really quick, I hate. We can get back to it. I have to say, Smile.
mhm.
Go see it before it leaves the theater.
Oh,
This is
okay.
a movie you want to see in the theater. My personal opinion. If you like horror films, if you want good jump scares, legitimate like being scared. I don't remember the last time a movie like really scared me in the theater. This movie scared me. I jumped.
No, you're right. Yeah, it hasn't
I
been that. It's been
legit
a totally different type of horror that's been coming out, I feel
I
like.
I legit they had legit good jump scares. Like I loved everything that movie had to offer. Uh and I don't want to give anything away because you haven't seen it. But I would highly recommend it. Movie recommendation if you're going to go see any movie this week. Travis, I know you got that A list, so
I
you can go see
do.
so you can go see any movie for free. If you can see Smile, go see Smile. If you can see Smile at night, that's probably even better. I caught a 1 p.m. showing of it. So I got out during the day. Go see it during the night. And
I'm okay with getting out during the day.
I if you can see it during the night, see it during the night. No,
All right.
Smile was so good. I cannot recommend it enough.
I have a really hard time getting any show or view times, movie times before like 2 p.m. around here, and it bugs me because I would love to go see stuff at noon and then like have the rest of my day and stuff. But
It's because it's because we're in the point of time right now where you're going to be getting more of the later starts. Theaters strategically do this. All theaters do it. It's not just you. There are no morning showings for me. Like 1 o'clock was the first showing of Smiles, so that's the one like I had to go for.
right, like I went and saw Jackass Forever at 10 a.m. on a Sunday, and it was spectacular to get up and have my breakfast and not have to wait around
Oh,
all
I
day to go see a movie.
I saw Jackass Forever at like 7 or 9,
See?
but Travis, let's get into your new segment as we are coming towards the end of the proverbial show.
Oh, well, while I do have the mic, I did, besides The Estate, which looks really funny, there's a smaller movie. I don't think it'll be hitting theaters near me, but video on demand sounds like it'll be something. It's called I'm Totally Fine, starring Jillian Bell from Workaholics. Also has Kyle Newachuk and Blake Anderson from that same. And I don't really know much about it, but I know I like those people, and I'm happy to support smaller movies that aren't getting a nationwide release. So it's something that I am going to try to check out because I mean it's always fun to see. Didn't necessarily care for their Netflix movie Game Over Man as much as I was hoping, but I definitely always have more optimism when it's people that I like and that I've been a fan of for a while. So check that out if you're on the West Coast or in New York or something that comes your way. You might get a chance to see it in theaters, but everybody likes watching stuff at home. Maybe video on demand's even better.
There you go.
Uh, and speaking of watching stuff at home, I actually mentioned earlier I rented Carrie this week as part of our scary movie kind of spooky season fest. And then we watched the new one because Weston actually said it looked really good and we were having a hard time finding another scary movie to watch. So I said, sure, fuck it. And boy, they were both so good. I was really impressed with Carrie. I thought I was afraid with my obvious cultural knowledge of what happens in the film that it would maybe have the same kind of impact on me. But the whole build up, I mean, everything about the original is like Sissy Spacek plays it so well, and the fucking Mean Girls are so mean at her school. It is, I mean, vicious. I did not expect to see a young, sexy John Travolta. The only disappointing thing in the old one was just the special effects for her mind power stuff could have been a lot better. And I was excited to see that not only did the new one have those very nicely updated and show her full power to like the fucking max, but they did touch upon more of like what happens. Like they just explained a lot more of the important stuff. I feel like they wasted time on the the old one, and it got me thinking. What is a classic scary movie that could actually benefit from a reboot? Because they're fucking rebooting everything and their cousin these days. And silly me, I thought Children of the Corn was just without doing any research. Thought that movie was kind of really scary, except for the special effects were dog shit at the end. So it didn't really have the bring it home that it should have had. They just need to do that, and they could. That would be so easy. Turns out they have, and it hasn't
Several
gone
times.
very.
Several times.
Like a dozen times.
Like 2009, 2018, 20, they made one in 2020 that's a prequel to the original.
They haven't stopped making sequels and remakes of that since it came out, essentially. So I'm an idiot, but at least inspired a somewhat thought-provoking segment, and now maybe Steven actually has an answer to a movie that should be updated or that could benefit from it.
See, so here's me in my stone state. You were just saying a movie that could do a thing, and I was like, oh, I got a great movie that I think could be a reboot, but it's not a horror film.
Oh
Like
no,
I
yeah, no, it doesn't need to be.
Police Academy. I would love to see a modern day adaptation of Police Academy. Don't get me wrong, I love the original. I think the original is great. The sequels are a lot of fun. But I think that a nice modern, adaptation, you can have a lot of fun. You can throw a lot of new things of what's happening in the world and what's happening with people. And you could make it just as racy as it was back then as it is today, with a lot of new things. And it's one that I think would be a lot of fun to see as a remake.
That
Or,
is
or
a
reboot.
very interesting interpretation. I like it. At first I go, well, Police Academy is pretty practical. I don't know if there's anything because I'm so like got my silly mind is stuck on things with special effects or something. But yeah, I mean you're right with the cultural tone, just the shifts around the way that police are viewed now. That would certainly add a much larger dynamic to follow someone who is choosing to still, start that as a life and definitely yeah, you could update it and diversify it a bit and still there would be a lot of hot button issues and a lot of
A lot of good things. A lot of
shit would
fun.
happen. Yeah, that's a hotbed for activity for sure. Do they
Sure.
do? Is that a real thing?
What?
It's got to be right. Yeah, police academy.
Yes. It's where you go to learn to be an officer of the law.
Gotcha. Feels like a lot of them may be skipping that part, but that's
Um. Well, as we come to a close, Travis, is there anything else you'd like to touch on, or are there any final parting words that you'd like to give to the folks at home?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping that I could come up with something that wasn't Children of the Corn that would make a good remake, since they're doing so much stuff. And for a second, I thought maybe PageMaster could use an update just because of visual effects. But when I went back and watched that, and I don't know if it was just pure nostalgia, I loved it.
No,
I don't
it's
want
a
to be
pretty solid. No.
the
PageMaster's
cartoonish kind of
Pa-
flip flop. It doesn't have to be as
a pretty solid piece of work.
yeah.
You're not
So
alone. So
I don't know if I can come up with a better one, but I do have some parting words if you don't mind.
please.
Yeah, if the words of the author of The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho, whose name I probably just said wrong, says if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming on this continuous journey with me and Travis. Whenever we decide to get an episode out, I'm going to try and hopefully get Travis on board for a week to week type thing. But until then, thank you for coming with us as always. We love you for everything you are and everything you do. And until next time, tip the veal, try the staff. See you then.